So, hello to all audience of Metal Zone Radio Show, that's the name of our show on Oxygène Radio. We've got the huge pleasure to be in Rennes at L'Étage, and the huge pleasure to be with Lena from Infected Rain. Hello, how are you? Thanks for taking time to answer some questions. How are things in your life at the moment, and how is going on this tour so far with Lacuna Coil and Eluveitie?
Wow, that's a lot of questions all together. No, I'm just kidding. Life is life, there's ups and downs, obviously, and, I'm just doing my best to see only the bright part of it, obviously, but of course the brightest and amazing thing that is happening right now is being on tour. For me, being on tour is always something super special. It doesn't matter what kind of a tour, how big, where, when. I love it. It's just what I like to do. And if I would do it every day. Every day during the year. But obviously that's not possible. This tour is super special because we are together with Eluveitie and Lacuna Coil, which are good friends of ours. And they are super talented musicians. And I feel like it gives us the opportunity to be known and noticed by a little bit of a different audience, which is amazing, obviously. We consider it a big honor, but yeah, we are having fun, so much fun.
Okay, everything's perfect. So the band was formed in 2008, but for those who are not very familiar with it, can you tell us a brief history of the band's genesis?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty a classical start, just friends that were fooling around, musicians, and, just doing some covers, and then for fun, meeting more often, and then, little by little writing our own stuff. I was invited to sing in the band by a member of the band that is not with us anymore. We used to have a DJ. Yeah. And I was never in a band before Infected Rain. So for me, it was for fun in the beginning. But he said, you should go see a teacher that will tell you how to use your voice, because I think you have a great voice. And I got very excited. So I just never gave up. I'm still learning. I'm trying to discover more and more about my voice, about my own body, and about the limits that I can have. So little by little, we just, created this amazing family. Our members didn't change for the last 7 or 8 years already, which is amazing. And we are, moving on, touring like 3 times a year minimum. Just released the 4th album. We are very proud to do what we are doing because it's like our baby. We've seen it doing the first steps and then run and then little by little growing. I love it. Yeah.
You were talking about your voice. I read that you was helped by a vocal coach called Melissa Cross. That's right?
I had 2 teachers in my life. The first one was a teacher in the local University of Music in Moldova, in Chisinau. She gave me the basics. She taught me how to breathe and how to use my voice in proper ways. Obviously, we were only practicing more like classic music, classic type of vocals. I think I learned a lot thanks to her. But obviously, I learned the most when I discovered that Melissa Cross's DVDs, and then when I got the opportunity to actually have lessons with her. At this moment, we are very close friends, and I can call Melissa Cross not only my vocal teacher, but my mentor. She's been helping me go through very difficult times in my life because, when you're a vocalist, sometimes your emotions can unfortunately damage your voice or like damage your shows because you're very emotional. You have a lot going on in your life or in your head or whatever, in your heart. And Melissa helped me a lot to go through that with strength. And I love her so much. Melissa, if you're watching, love you.
Okay, cool. Thank you to her. You were talking about the new album, the 4th one, Endorphin. Is it a bit of beast? It's brilliant. It's a great showcase for the band as you are now, and it's also very personal album, theme-wise and lyric-wise. Do you think mainly about your personal experiences on this album?
Yes, not only. Actually, I'm the one writing the lyrics for Infected Rain, and it's always been like that. And I write only about my personal experience, my personal life situation, sometimes specific people, sometimes specific, problem. It could be good or bad, exactly. I have love songs, and I have songs full of a lot of anger, and so I feel like Endorphin is very unique because for the past year and a half, I've been through a lot emotionally, and I had to deal with certain things that I was not really ready for, and I had to, unfortunately, fight with depression and anxiety, and I had to accept certain things in my life that I was not ready for. And it's very challenging. So writing helped me a lot because it's definitely, I feel like music is my therapy. And when I can write about it, sing about it, scream about it, and be on a stage and share about it, that helps me. I think that's why I'm a sane person, if you can call me sane.
So it helps you a lot to get better and better.
Absolutely. And that's why a lot of people can relate to this album, because I feel like I touched certain themes that are very personal and very powerful. And I know a lot of people going through that or used to go through that, and they feel familiar with that.
They understand what you're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you were independent until February, then you signed to Napalm record in Australia.
You did your homework very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It touched me. What made you change?
Well, honestly, for a very long time we've been contacted by different labels, and we just didn't feel that it was the right moment. Even Napalm, actually, they contacted us for the first time 4 years ago. Okay. And for some reason, it was not the right time. We felt like we could still manage to do what we're doing by ourselves, and we really, we've been burned and tricked a lot by other people in the past, so we were trying to be very careful. But yes, in the beginning of this year, we actually decided to embrace it and to accept on board people that can bring us to another level. There's so much to be done, and it's so overwhelming. Musicians, I feel like they have to be musicians. And we ended up being our own designers, artists, booking agencies, managers, filmmakers, editors. We were doing everything. We still are, but when we are at the moment, we have people suggesting something or accepting what we're doing and bringing it to another level for people. Because you can be a very great musician, you can be a great artist, but if people don't hear about you, they need to hear about you, and that's why you need people on board like managers, booking agents, and labels. They will help you tour. They will help your album to be in a local store. They will help, all that stuff. So obviously we did that because we understood that Napalm love us the way we are, and they're not trying to change us. They are not trying to, make us be somebody that we are not. So that's why Napalm, I think, won this fight.
Okay, I suppose at this level, this is passion people before being music business.
Yeah. Okay.
So we know, of course, you're from Infected Rain and that you're also a model. That's right. But what other jobs have you done in the past, and you would you still go back to them at any point or not?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Well, I did different little jobs, some part-time jobs, summer jobs, like bartender. I used to be a waiter. I even helped my mom. My mom is a nurse, so I even helped my mom watching and taking care of older people. at one point. But my biggest job that I love till this day is I used to be a full-time hair and makeup artist. Okay. So I miss it a lot. Contact with people. It's like it creates a little family because you have the customers that come back to you and they share their life, and it's really, really nice. I still do it for certain models, certain photographers, but mainly I do it for myself and for the band, for Infected Rain. All the looks that you can see in our music videos are mainly done by me. Very rare I get some extra help, some extra of my colleagues involved. But yeah, that is probably what I would have done if music didn't enter my life.
So, you come from Moldova. Can you tell us more about because we don't know very well about the economic and social situation in the country?
I can't tell you a lot because I'll be honest with you, I'm not the right person and I'm not qualified enough to make comments on that. I'm not big into politics, economics and all that, but I can tell you that unfortunately Moldova is still a very poor country, still a very, small and not enough opportunities, especially for younger generation, especially for artists. And I see that because when I go back to Moldova a few times a year, I like to go to some shows if I can. I like to go to theater if I can, to the cinema. And I see the level. It changes very slow. It does. But it's unfortunately, there's no room for artists. And that's why we don't even, we play barely one show a year in our own country. We don't have bars, clubs, we don't have support, absolutely no. And in fact, a lot of interviewers, they ask me, what is the metal scene in Moldova? And it's a question that I hate because they ask me that all the time, but at the same time, obviously I want to share because it's sad that we have so many good musicians, so many good artists, but we just... But not the structures. No, and obviously sooner or later, the majority of them give up and they do the routine job, routine family, they get kids and it takes over. Life takes over.
Okay. What are some of your biggest influences that you'd love to share the stage with, living or deceased?
Oh, you mean like bands or musicians? Yeah. Oh my God. That's a tough one because I really, really like music and I listen to so much music. Definitely from people that are not around, I would definitely love to be on the same stage with everybody from Nirvana. I would love to at least see a Queen show with Freddie, obviously. Of course, I'm big fan. But our dreams are coming true. We are playing very often with very big bands and very big stars that we used to listen growing up. Like I remember when MTV was cool. Yeah. Long ago, and I was going to my high school. Yeah. And I don't know, I was 15 or 16, and I remember watching Lacuna Coil's music videos on MTV and loving it. I remember, and now we're playing together. We are good friends. Yeah. We are, sharing our life stories together, having a laugh together. It's really amazing. They are absolutely great people. And that happened with other bands too, like Korn, for example. It was a huge discovery to know how nice everybody from Korn is, and we got the opportunity to play with them, talk to them. I'm still in touch with some of them. It's really cool, and many bands are like that, I think.
Cool. Thanks. So you are touring in Europe with Lacuna Coil and Eluveitie. What are your plans after this tour?
Well, after this tour is going to be Christmas. I think 2020 is going to be very, very powerful for Infected Rain and for the fans of Infected Rain. We are having a lot of offers that we are still trying to figure out what to stick with. But we already are booked for, I think, I don't know, more than 15 festivals already, and it's going to be a lot of touring, and hopefully we can finally introduce some countries that we've never been before, because Moldova still needs visas for certain countries, which is not easy to get when you are independent. So now, it's going to be a little bit easier. So hopefully, that's the plan.
Okay, cool. Wish you a lot of good things for the future. So to conclude, Lena, did you have something to add and some words for your French fans? Because I know the French fans of Infected Rain are going bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. I think it's not only about France in general, but because we are here, I will say merci beaucoup. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from the depths of my heart. Thank you for supporting, coming to the shows, giving me hugs after the show. Thank you for sharing your emotions, because it's so important. Obviously we do music for ourselves, but when what we do is loved and it's liked by other people is the biggest reward. So, merci beaucoup.
Okay, merci Lena. Thank you very much. This was Lena from Infected Rain on Metal Zone Radio Show. Wish you a lot of good things, of course, for the band, for yourself, for your family. And buy the album, go to the social network, Facebook, etc., and support the band. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.